All right, let's get you ready for your next big tech interview. Today, we are not just going to learn about 2 Linux commands. Nope. We are going to craft the perfect answer to a classic interview question so you can walk in there feeling totally confident and prepared.
So picture this. You're in the interview, and the hiring manager leans in and hits you with this exact question. Explain the difference between gzip and zip. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? But trust me, your answer can tell them everything they need to know about your real, practical, hands-on Linux skills. Let's break down exactly how you're going to nail this.
Okay, first up, let's talk about our first tool, Gzip. This is the specialist. Think of it as your go-to for pure, super efficient compression on pretty much any Linux system out there. It has one job, and man, it does that one job exceptionally well. So what's its job? Well, Gzip's main gig is just to take one single file and make it smaller. That's it. It doesn't bundle a bunch of files together by itself. For that, it needs its famous partner in crime, tar. And you know what? Understanding that one little distinction, that is absolutely key to getting this question right. Now, check out some of these options. I want to draw your attention to one in particular, -k. Here's the pro tip for you. By default, Gzip actually deletes the original file after it compresses it. Yeah, for real. So knowing how to use -k to keep that original file, well, that's one of those small critical details that screams, hey, I've actually used this stuff in the real world. And here is a perfect example of a real-world sysadmin task you can drop right into your interview answer. This one line of code, it goes out, finds all the .log files in a directory, and just compresses them. One by one, automatically. You're saving a ton of disk space. It's elegant, it's efficient, and it shows you know what you're talking about. All right, let's switch gears and talk about our second tool. If Gzip was the focused specialist, I want you to think of Zip as the versatile, do-it-all archiver. This is your cross-platform packer, perfect for packaging things up and sharing them around. And right here, this is the absolute key difference. Zip does 2 jobs at the same time. It bundles files together, that's the archiving part, and it compresses them, all into one single portable package. This 2-for-1 deal makes it crazy convenient for a whole different set of jobs. And you can really see just how flexible Zip is when you look at these options. I mean, you can encrypt an archive with a password using -e. You can even update or delete a single file from inside an existing archive with -u and -d. Come on, that is a level of flexibility that Gzip just can't touch on its own. Oh yeah, this command right here, you're going to be using this all the time in pretty much any dev or admin job. You need to send a whole project folder to someone on your team? Boom. This one command packages the whole thing up, subfolders and all, into a neat little file that's ready to be emailed or dropped in Slack. So simple, so effective. Okay, now for the main event, the showdown. Gzip versus Zip. This right here is the absolute core of that interview question. Knowing exactly when to pick which tool for the job. That's what separates the beginners from the pros. This is where you're really going to shine. So let's really break down the trade-offs here. On one side, you have Gzip plus tar. This combo is usually faster and gives you better compression ratios. That's why it's the undisputed king for massive system backups and log files in the Linux world. But on the other hand, you've got Zip, and its big win is sheer convenience. It's an all-in-one tool, and that ability to pull out just one single file makes it the perfect choice for sharing stuff across different operating systems. Look, answering the basic question is good. It gets you a passing grade. But if you really want to get the job, you need to show you understand the daily workflow and you know what to do when things go wrong. So let's add that next-level professional layer to your answer. When you're in that interview talking about specific tasks like these, automating log compression, archiving old data for compliance, packaging configs, it shows you're not just thinking about commands in a vacuum. No, you're thinking about how to solve real business problems. It shows you get why these tools are so critical for keeping a system healthy, efficient, and secure. And hey, what happens when things inevitably break? Because they will. Showing that you have a logical, step-by-step troubleshooting process is huge. Okay, first thing I'll check is permissions. Still not working? Let me verify the file isn't corrupted. Oh, wait, is the tool even installed on this new server? Following a process like that demonstrates real competence and hard-won experience. All right, we have all the building blocks now. Let's put it all together. We're going to assemble the perfect answer. concise, confident, and complete that you can take with you and use in your very next interview.
So, when that question comes, this is what you say. It's direct, it's crystal clear, you give a specific practical scenario for each tool, and you even highlight a key technical advantage of Zip. An answer like this proves you don't just know what the commands do, you understand how, and more importantly, why you'd use them.
And really, that's the bottom line, isn't it? These aren't just some abstract commands you memorize for a test. They are fundamental, everyday tools for any serious Linux pro. Mastering them has a direct impact on storage, on backups, on performance, so go into that interview ready to show them you know why you're choosing a tool. Do that, and you won't just be answering a question, you'll be proving you're a problem solver.